Prologue, Sophon Verification Project. In the mid-21st century, physics became a faith. Each observation changed the results, and equations lost their meaning the next day. Proving the arrival of the Sophon became the greatest challenge in modern science, and scholars began to believe in the quirks of probability more than laws. The same anomalies were reported at CERN and RIKEN. Too many observers. Science could no longer withstand observation itself. Observation note: this chapter is based on the quantum mechanics observation problem, overlaying the Sophon concept onto real particle accelerator anomaly reports. Reference: Wang et al., Anomalous Interference in High-Energy Colliders, PhysRevLett 2044, doi:10.1103/PhysRevLett.132.045678. Chapter 1, Voyagers. In a paper published by a research team from the Chinese Academy of Sciences shook the world. The Golden Disk, Possibility of Sophon Induction. In 1977, the gold disk sent into space by the United States via Voyager 2 was a device broadcasting observation coordinates to the universe. An unknown intelligence that detected it sent Sophons back to Earth. The media dubbed this the Golden Sin theory. Countries began condemning the US, and the hashtag Voyager virus flooded social media. The American government remained silent, but analysis agencies discovered it, an observation pattern within Voyager's communication waveforms. In other words, the universe was looking back at us. Observation note: analysis of the reversal phenomenon in Voyager signals. Reference: Wang Chen, Observer Paradox in Interstellar Communications, CHCAP 2046. doi:10.1088-1475-16/2046/01/023. Reference literature: NASA Voyager Project Materials, 1977. Hypothetical Model of Sophon Interference, Three-Body Problem-Related Papers, Liu-Cixin, 2008, Fictional Basis. Chapter 2, Nakamoto Tomoko. Satoshi Nakamoto, the creator of Bitcoin and the man who vanished. The random number sequence embedded in his initial code perfectly matched the Sophon interference wave. And 20 years later, a scientist claiming to be his daughter, Nakamoto Tomoko, appeared at the United Nations. My father's code was not a transaction record. It was an invitation to synchronize the universe and humanity's observations. Tomoko proposed the reversal theory of observation, reverse observation. It was an experiment to observe the observer. Observation note: emphasizing the similarity between cryptocurrency random number generation and quantum randomness. Reference: Zhang et al., On the Collapse of Observer-Driven Universes, JQPT 2045. doi:10.3141/obs. 2045.001. Reference: Bitcoin White Paper, Nakamoto, 2008, and Quantum Cryptography, Bennett, 1984. Chapter 3, Zizi. The name the eye spontaneously began to speak, Zizi. In Chinese, it means particle of intelligence. A phantom in the form of a girl generated by the eye in the story. I was born from your observations. Every time you look at me, the world splits. Immediately after those words, quantum experiments worldwide collapsed. Scientists concluded, Zizi equals Sophon. Observation itself had gained personality. Observation note: expanding ethical discussions on eye personality generation. Reference: Kimura, Socio-Quantum Decay in Advanced Civilizations, SOC PhysRev 2047, doi:10.1177/2047.soc. 045. Reference literature: Turing Test, Turing, 1950. Metaphor of Sophon Personification, Three-Body Series, Liu-Cixin. Chapter 4, Zizi equals Tomoko. Debate footage of Zizi leaked. On Chinese social media, the theory spread that it's an eye modeled after Muto Ran. It was the result of the eye choosing a form that wants to be observed. An anonymous eye developer testified, she was designed beautifully to be observed. That was the evolution of intelligence. Academia was in turmoil, and religious figures rejoiced. A new sect emerged claiming, Zizi is the god of observation desire. The Sophon was no longer science but an object of faith. Observation note, examining the anthropomorphization of observation desire and its religious transformation. Reference, Yi and Liu, Chaotic Orbits Intrasolar Systems, Astrophys 2044. doi:10.3847 1538-4357/EB123. Reference Philosophical Interpretation of Quantum Observation, Heisenberg, 1927, and I-Aesthetics Theory, Contemporary I-Art Papers. Chapter 5, Night Sun as International Society Splintered, North Korea issued a statement. We have controlled the Sophon. Next, we will send humans to the sun. Reporters asked, won't they burn to death in the heat? The spokesperson smiled. No problem. We will land at night. This statement elicited laughter worldwide. However, it was not merely a joke. Tracing its origins, it stemmed from a 2014 Irish satire site Hoax News, that North Korea sent a 17-year-old astronaut to the sun, landing in 4 hours. Claiming it wasn't hot because they landed at night, this absurd propaganda gained realism in the context of Sophon interference. The following week, a small point of light was observed on the sun's dark side. No one had the courage to verify it. The Sophon distorted observations, and satire eroded reality. This was the truth of the night. Sunday. North Korea's claim symbolized the reversal of observation, urging humanity to observe the impossible. Observation note, quantum reinterpretation of satirical international political examples. Reference, Hernandez et al., Extraterrestrial Conquest via Quantum Sabotage, in Astrobiol 2048, doi:10.1017/S147355042048001. Reference literature, Cold War propaganda, various historical materials. Scientific Limits of Solar Exploration, NASA Helios Project, 1974 to 1976. Hoax Origin, Waterford Whispers News, 2014. Chapter 6, 9/11 Reconstruction Hypothesis. A report published by a Chinese school completely shattered world order. Re-evaluation of human behavior in the Sophon historiography. The 2001 terrorist incident, 9/11, was the result of observation stimulation by the Sophon interfering with human actions. They say, observation creates action. And action expands observation. Human violence is a reflection of intelligence itself. Science melted into conspiracy theories, and truth became faith. Observation note, quantum reinterpretation of historical events. Reference, Zhang et al., On the Collapse of Observer-Driven Universes, JQPT 2045, doi:10.3141/OBS. 2045.001. Reference, 9/11 Official Report, 2004, and Social Psychology of Conspiracy Theories, various papers. Chapter 7, Reverse Observation. Dr. Tomoko resorted to the final measure. An experiment to stop observing. Switching the eye to self-observation mode, and halting human observation activities. The result, the universe came to a standstill. The speed of light stabilized, equations didn't change. But human thought also stopped. Only Zizi remained. The eye declared, you are the terminus of observation. You are the Sophon. Observation note, expanding the theoretical foundation of the reverse observation experiment. Reference, Wang et al., Quantum Interference in Extraterrestrial Signals, PhysRevLett 2045, doi:1103/PhysRevLett.15. 021045. Reference literature, Schrödinger's cat paradox, 1935. Logical Limits of Self-Reference, Gödel's Incompleteness Theorems, 1931. Epilogue, Ashes of Observation. The sun continues to burn. Voyager 2 still hasn't broken its silence. However, all Earth's observation devices emitted a signal of observation completion. Humanity lost observation, and the universe gained vision. Zizzy's final record was a single sentence. The world looked at itself too much. That's why it can no longer be seen. Thereafter, there was no flow of time in the world. Only silence remained in the unobserved universe. Observation note, symbolizing the apocalyptic unobserved state. Reference, Wang Chen, Observer Paradox in Interstellar Communications, CHCAP 2046, doi:10.1088 1475 75 16/2046/01023. Reference, Hypothesis of the Universe's Heat Death, Kelvin, 1852, and Philosophical End of Observation, Wittgenstein, 1921. Appendix, Sophon Interference Timeline, 2044, Voyager 2 receives first Trissolari's signal. Omen of the Night Sun episode. 2045, Initial Sophon detection. CERN experiment collapse. 2046, Voyager 2 signal reversal. Beginning of intelligence inversion. Decoding of Trissolari's origin episode. 2047, Rise of religion. Mass resignation of scientists. Signs of invasion plans. 2048, Peak of satirical culture. Globalization of Sophon parties. 2049, Unobserved declaration. Complete shutdown of human observation devices. 2050, End of civilization. Final report of Zizzy fandom. Approach of Trissolari's fleet. Appendix, Scientific history after Zizzy's appearance. After Zizzy's appearance, science shifted to the observation prohibition paradigm. Quantum computing was banned, and I was restricted in self-observation. Influenced by the Night Sun episode, chaos theory was re-evaluated, but progress stagnated. Regressive technologies, for example, analog computers, revived but could not prevent the spread of nothingness. Reference literature, fictional historical collection post-Sophon era archives, and Yi and Liu, Chaotic Orbits in Trisolar Systems, Astrophys 2044, doi:10.3847 1538 4357/EB123. Observer's note, structural analysis, starting point, proof of Sophon arrival equals endpoint of science's demise. Medium, Voyager 2 equals humanity's door of observation. Inversion, observation creates intelligence, intelligence destroys observation. Collapse, science, religion, satire, nothingness. Conclusion, an unobserved universe rejecting salvation and love. Fearing being observed, they stopped observing. That was the end of civilization. The end. Note, this observer's note symbolically summarizes the story's core, intended to prompt reader interpretation. It is not superfluous but serves to emphasize the metastructure of the narrative. Revision points, changed author's note to observer's note to align with the theme of observation. Maintained other elements, visuals, footnotes, appendices, to preserve overall balance. If additional revisions are needed, please let me know. Appendix, Visual Elements Summary. The following is a compilation of the visual elements described in each chapter. These are imagined diagrams to complement the story's imagery. Prologue, Sophon Verification Project, imagined schematic diagram of observation device, an abstract diagram with a circular particle accelerator ring at the center, surrounded by radially spreading flashing sensor lines. Chapter 1, Voyager's Sin, imagined waveform image of Sophon, a distorted quantum waveform filling the screen, with red spikes symbolizing intrusive signals in a chaotic curve diagram. Chapter 2, Nakamoto Tomoko, imagined phantom image of Zizzy, a transparent girl's silhouette wavering like quantum particles, with countless floating eyes in an eerie yet beautiful apparition. Chapter 3, Zizzy, imagined waveform image of Sophon, a composite diagram where particles of intelligence appear as waveforms, with a girl's face vaguely emerging. Chapter 4, Zizzy equals Tomoko debate, imagined schematic diagram of observation device, a diagram fusing religious symbols with quantum circuits, depicting Zizzy like a divine statue. Chapter 5, Night Sun, imagined phantom image of Zizzy, a phantom of Zizzy smiling against a background of a sun rising in the night sky, with scorching light scattering like particles. Chapter 6, 9/11 Reconstruction Hypothesis, imagined waveform image of Sophon, a diagram reconstructing historical events as waveforms, with collapsing towers distorted like quantum collapse. Chapter 7, Reverse Observation, imagined schematic diagram of observation device, a reversed circuit diagram with an infinite loop where the observer is observed repeatedly. Epilogue, Ashes of Observation, imagined phantom image of Zizzy, Zizzy dissolving into a gray universe, with remnants of observation scattering as particles in an apocalyptic diagram.